Hello everyone, Brian Johnson with thestockmentor.com, doing another video for you guys. I haven't been able to do one yet this week, been just very busy. So let's break into it and talk about the markets and where we are at right now. Lots of volatility in the markets, obviously. We've had good moves to the upside, good moves to the downside, and overall just kind of breaking even. Lots of chop, definitely a correction going on here. Hard to tell exactly where you're at in the count, but if you guys are Elliott Wave people, I'd have to say that we have finished Wave 3. We are working on Wave 4 correction with a Wave 5 yet to come to finish up the bigger Wave 1. Yeah, what do you think of that? Pretty good, huh? Pretty good at my lingo. Anyway, I really think that's where we're at. Which means, layman's terms, we've seen a lot of sideways action. I'm not convinced this isn't what's called a flat. I would call it, in the technical world, I'd call it a low base formation that we're putting in here. It's a very structured and has been a very well-defined and well-kept base that we've been seeing in the markets the last few days. Very indicative on the not only 60-minute charts, but the daily charts as well, as you can see in front of you. The Dow has held very nicely between the 10.7 and the 11.2 mark. And I think this is where the break's going to have to happen. If we can beat this 50-period moving average here, I think we can get those markets to sneak a little bit more to the upside. Eventually reach an 11.5, potentially reach an 11.9. That's kind of where I thought this particular wave would go. I thought this wave 4, as it is, would end up being more of a bounce to the upside, a zigzag, instead of a flat. So we're waiting to see if this thing doesn't bounce to the upside. And if it does, I'm looking above this 11.2. It's going to be probably about 11.250 tomorrow. So 11.250 on your charts. Put it in. Make it an alert or something. Don't miss this. But if we can get up and over tomorrow, this 11.250 mark, let's call it 11.275. How about that, just to be safe? That's a good long. I think it's a very safe long. It's very defensible. If it doesn't work out, you're going to know right away. That way you can get out. So you get in, you put a 50-point stop on, you should be just fine. Structure it as you will, depending if you're playing the futures or the diamonds or whatever it is you might be playing. But watch that very closely. I love this 11.250 to 11.275 area tomorrow for a long opportunity. Maybe we can play that up for another few hundred points here. Otherwise, to the downside, I have to be below 10.7. I don't know if we're going to reach that kind of level on a Friday. It doesn't feel like it wants to go there. We might end up somewhere here in between. Usually what happens on Friday is you get good trading for about the first 2 hours of the day, and it starts to slow down, starts to kind of drag, and by the end of the day, you're like, why'd I even stick around? So, Eastern time, you get in about between 9:30 and 11:30 is usually a good time to trade, and then after that, just go to lunch and stay away. I think that's what they do actually in New York, on the Eastern side in New York, is they just go ahead and go to lunch and never come back. That's what I would do on a Friday. So anyway, looking for these breaks right here. That's what you'll want to follow for tomorrow on the Dow. If we look at the daily, you can clearly see this nicely defined sideways chop. It's just crap, really. It's awesome if you're a day trader. This volatility has been wonderful. Look at this. Today, up 4%, 423 points. We were remarking today, one of the guys in the trading room brought up the fact that, do you remember just a few months ago when if we got like a move high to low in the SPX of 15 points, if we could cover 15 points in the SPX high to low for the day, woo, that was a good day. Yeah, hey, we had some opportunity to trade during the day, So anyway, we were talking about that in the room today, and this is 2008 all over. This is very reminiscent of 2008. I got very spoiled during that time where the trading was very volatile on a regular basis, and it was not hard to pull 100 points, 200 points, 300 points out of the Dow in any one day, and these Wave 3s are especially useful for that. So the same thing standing true right now, which I love to see. It's made for fantastic trading, allowed for some incredible day trading profits, especially if you guys like to play the futures. We do a lot of that, and it's been a wonderful time playing those up and down. So here's the consolidation. Now, I don't care. Point is, I don't care that it's consolidating. I love that it's moving. 423 points, and look at this. We didn't even really kind of make it back up to the top of yesterday's candle. I love it. Gotta love the volatility. Entries are the same, 11,250 and really about 10,600, 10,700 to the downside as we consolidate down in here. and push our way down. And NDX 60-minute, a little bit stronger. Here's an interesting note too. The Nasdaq's typically a fair amount stronger than the other two indices. Today it was about equal with the SPX. The SPX Financial's doing very well today, surprisingly enough. The bank's doing just fine, holding their own and being one of the strongest sectors on the day. So keeping pace with the NDX. NDX up 4.5%, 94 points. A lot of volatility. Love to see that. Doesn't even include what happened in the after hours. Last night in the SPX, we bounced off of 1103 and finished a high of, didn't finish there, but we got to a high of 1180. It's an 80-point move. Nice. So I love those type of moves. Anyway, coming back into overhead resistance again. Tomorrow for me, it's long above 2200 or long above 2225 if you want to be more conservative. Love these entries long, guys. To the short side below 2060, that might not happen tomorrow, but if it happens next week, this is your goal. Put it on your charts, guys. These short areas down here, we probably won't reach those tomorrow, but have them marked in your charts because they are go time. This is the time to get yourself short, make a little money to the downside, as we should break these lows. So this will sneak you in a good 25, 30 points early. Who wouldn't love that? So be watching for that. That might take a few days to kind of work its way out, but if we break these lows, that's the place to get going. NASDAQ daily, same type of thing. Chop, 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 chop. As you can see, it's bouncing between these two levels. 2200, 2225, still my bigger areas to get long. 2060 to the short side. You can see the steep decline. I really like this as a 1, 2, 3 down to here, and now we're working on wave 4 instead of some sort of an ABC, whatever. Anyway, that's with a 5 yet to come. Point being, 5 yet to come to the downside. If it can squeak out a little higher mark, I think it'll look really good, especially on the weekly, as you see it holding right here in and around this 2200 mark. Now it broke and is in danger of closing below some pretty major support down here on the NASDAQ. If we're going to push up tomorrow, I would not be surprised to see the bulls try to reclaim 2200 before the day is finally over with. Lots of volume, and we're not even through the week. We got a day left. Lots of trading going on in through here. So watching for that 2200, will it be held by tomorrow's close? Yeah, I don't know. That's a ways away, but certainly a target I would have to the upside. Otherwise, maybe we just chop around and end up right around this 2150 by the time the day is done. SPX 60 minutes, same type of thing. Chop, 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 chop. You can't count that. It's just sideways chop. Above 1185, I'm looking for that 1200 and really the 1210. 1200 to 1210 is where I'm looking at for some overhead targets. If we can get up and over 1185, once again, 1180 if you want to front run it, that is your go long moment. I think there's some good opportunities there, and back below this 1120 should give you a really cherry entry to the short side. Last night, as I said, we were at 1103 in the futures before we screamed upwards and made some really, really good gains all day long. Really, really nice trading today. From a daily also going sideways. This one's about as compact as you can get. 1120 and 1175, really. It doesn't get any more clear to me than this. It's really, really nice. It just looks like somebody's setting up fencing on the SPX. It's very, very nice hold down here. So once again, love that 1180, 1185 entry to the long side, 1120 to the short side. Have those marked on your chart. Something to give you something to watch tomorrow. VIX daily down, but still way up. 39. Come on. When was the last time we were able to sustain anything above 19, let alone 39? Crazy. So we've been able to hold tight here, just showing that there is still a lot of panic in the markets. There's not a lot of contentment coming back into the options trading, as you can see. For the week, we've been up as high as this, but still hanging very, very nicely in and above these higher areas. If and when we get that bounce, if you will, this should completely collapse, dropping back down into the 22, 25, potentially lower marks before setting up for the next major move down at that point. Still a little ways off, so we could see the VIX stay up here in this 30 to 40 area for about another week or so. That'd be very good. Point being, it's confirming. The VIX is up for the week. The markets are down. It's very good. It's confirming. FAS. Here's something to watch for tomorrow. Above this $15 area. Like it. I like it a lot. To the long side. Getting something up here and over this area. If you want to let it break this here, 1525 is a more conservative entry, but this could give you something nice to trade into tomorrow's Friday. Down below the 1250 area, let's call it 1250, 1230. That's better. Down below 1230 is your short. Anywhere in through here, don't play it. I don't care if you like FAS or FAZ. If you're a really good day trader, then by all means have at it. But if you're just looking to get in, hold, and wait for a while, there's no indication down here of anything. Zero. If you're going to hold this over the weekend, don't enter tomorrow. Just go ahead and wait till Monday, unless you get a really nice break. Up and above 15 would be the area I'd be looking for a long. As I said, 1230 for the short. FAS on a daily doing the same thing. Fencing down here, still painting these middle sections right here. And FAZ 60-minute I think looks a little bit more clear to me, and can actually discern some sort of a pattern in here. This would be a bull flag, which means it's still on the little bit more bullish side than anything. Now, breaks below 57.50 or so tomorrow. That could make things real interesting. Make this a very nice wave 3 to the downside. Bring us back into some of these lower levels, like the 200 eventually. Would love to see that. On a plot below 57.50 or even 57, actually. 57 would still give you a pretty good entry to the short side on FAZ. And from a daily, it's chop. It's chop, chop, chop sideways. Still 57, right around the same areas I was telling you on the 60-minute. Still pretty decent entries. Be watching those tomorrow for some, just giving you some ideas on things to trade. Okay, so that does it for the video for today. I'm going to show you this really quick. Here are the futures trades that we've done this week. Haven't been able to update anybody at all. And we have taken about 1 million of them. Not quite 1 million, but quite a few. We had a lot of choppy days in here. Right back in here. Look at that. Whew. I'll tell you what, I hate getting whipsawed in the futures markets. Ugh, I just hate it. And we had a day there of volatility where, in literally 30 seconds we were up 3 points and down 3 points, all within the range of about a minute. And it was very, very, very hard. But outside of that, we've done incredibly well. Let's see, what is it for the week? Let's add them up. Let's go back to here. This is it for the week. And about 5,600. So we're up about, I don't know, 56. That's the potential. We're only trading one. Well, I'm trading more than one contract. Some people are only trading one contract. This is the potential. A lot of people are doing 2 or more, whatever it is. Point being, if you could have pulled even 10% of this out for the week, you're doing great. If you can pull out $500, $600, $700 a week, that adds up to a lot of money. $1,000 a week is great. That's really, really good. We've had some incredible movers. Look at this one this morning. Long at 1140, 0.5, and out at 1165 was the overhead target on that one. Let's see, what was one of the better movers too? Here was a really nice one. Short at 1146, out at 1132. And seems to me we had a couple more here. Oh, here it is, this one. In at 1149 and out at 1168. This is what happens when the markets move like 1,000 points a day. You gotta love the volatility. Like I said, I remember when 15 points high to low was, oh yeah, sweet, all right, that's tradable. We can do something with that. Yeah, that was nothing. Welcome back to 2008. This has been wonderful. You get these type of moves, and at $50 a point in the markets, these things add up quick. So, anyway, lots of volatility, which is awesome for us in the trading room. That's what I'm looking for. That's all I really want. I hate it when the days chop. But when they move, we can really, really hop in and get a lot of money. So, hope you guys will give it a shot. If you haven't checked it out yet, join it. It's really worth your time. It's worth your effort. I have 35 people signed up for it right now. And when I hit 50, that's it. I'm going to raise the price. So at 50 people, the price is going to go up in the trading room. We've been doing extremely well in it. We've been making money, so I know it's a good value. Now, for those that are in it, of course, I'm never going to raise the price for them. So that price is going to stay the same for them. But from that point on, next 15 people, its price is going to go up. So we've just been doing really, really well with it. Been at it a month, very consistent results, and hope you guys get a chance. Jump in and join it. Write me with more questions. If you want to sit in for a day and see what it's all about, feel free. Write me. Let me know. I'll send you the link. You can hang out for a day. Just see what you think of it. If it's for you, sign up. If it's not, there you go. It's free. Didn't have to pay anything. All right, guys. We'll see you again later on, probably either, if not in the weekend video, sometime early next week. Bye.